Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Dr. Leif Loberg, who is here on behalf of his dental practice. Well, Dr. Loberg, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now, as I mentioned off camera the last time that we talked to you, you had a mask over your face and we couldn't see your beautiful smile. But today that is different, which is great news. Although, we do have some things that we need to discuss regarding the current situations that are going on in our country. But before we get into some of that, let's go ahead and just get a brief overview of who you are and who you're with.
Sure, absolutely. So I'm obviously Dr. Leif Loberg and founder of the Loberg Dental Center here in Laguna Woods, just down the street. We're located in what was formerly the Laguna Hills Courthouse. That's now a full-blown medical center, basically encompassing most medical needs, and specifically on our side, all dentistry needs. So it's been an exciting area to practice, and it's really been a phenomenal place to serve the community.
Well, I know it's been very difficult to get you into an interview because of how busy you are. So that's a good thing, right?
It is, and it's funny you mentioned that, because what comes with serving our community and really doing great service for our local community. With that, there is a thing called capacity limitations, and so what I've done is I've actually gone ahead and handpicked 3 incredible doctors that have joined our organization, all of which are incredibly amazing. Dr. Davin Lee, who's been unbelievable. He's a USC graduate. We've got Dr. Julian Quinn. He is a UCSF graduate. And then we've also brought in Dr. Albert Park. And the 3 of them are just amazing clinicians. I told them my vision really for our organization and our clinic is to really model after the Mayo Clinic, where when a patient comes in, no matter who they're going to see, they're going to receive the exact same high level of skilled, competent care. And really that's what we strive for each and every patient.
Now, bringing on those extra 3, will they all be working out of your facility?
Yes, they will.
Okay, so you've got capacity for all of them. Do they change off on days, or are they there all the time?
They've each got their scheduled days that they're here in the office, and so we've got multiple doctor coverage on every day. As you know, with the pandemic, a lot of people left, things delayed treatment and so forth, and like I said last time, things never ever improve by themselves. And if you delay something long enough, eventually you'll wind up in sometimes a pickle. So we're ready for to capture the emergency necessary treatment as it arises, and it's really a daily and ongoing thing with patients.
Right. I think I just made 4 appointments for various things that I needed to have done because I haven't done them in so long. So I can imagine just everybody making all of their appointments at once right now. So I imagine that must be difficult. Now, one thing we should address is obviously the Delta variant is of concern right now. And so there's some different protocols that you guys are having to do right now. Let's talk a little bit about those.
Correct. So the California Dental Association, which is one of our governing bodies in the state, has recommended now to basically track each and every employee and their interaction with patients. I'm very proud of my team that everyone in our office has been vaccinated. So that's number 1. But number 2 is to not to bring ease or light into the Delta variant, but more just a quick explanation on what the variant basically is for those that are vaccinated. I think the best way to think about it is with a hockey example. So I grew up in Canada and grew up playing hockey my whole life. And there were times when you had an amazing championship team, and you would play against a visiting team for the first time. And so you had no idea of their tendencies. You had no idea of their trick plays. You had no idea really how good or bad they were.
Mhm.
But after having played a team, the next time that you go up against them, if you got schooled the first time and lost, 9-0, the second time you remembered all of those, trickery plays or their tendencies. And so you were much more well prepared.
Yeah.
So it turns out the human body is no different. I received the Moderna vaccine, as did my wife and my kids. And what that has done internally in the body is it's actually like scouting. So now that the body has prepared for an incoming, variant, so to speak, with this coronavirus Delta variant, the reason why vaccinated people as a rule aren't getting, incredibly sick or dying or, incredibly ill with the need for an ICU visit is because of that reason, is because the body is already prepared. It's kind of scouted the system. It knows what it's looking for. And when it sees that perpetrator, it's ready. So unfortunately, the people that think, there were computer chips that were embedded into these vaccines, it's unfortunately was a bad message that got out there. And really, if you follow the true science behind it, vaccines have worked for a long, long time. Think back to polio,
Right.
smallpox,
Right.
measles, mumps, rubella. I can go on and on.
Yeah. Yeah. It is unfortunate the way it is kind of the messaging that's happened over the last 18 months. Well, really the last 6 months, I think, has really been somewhat of a concern. So hopefully people will heed the advice and, do what they need to do based on their health and, go forward. And obviously you've taken that all into consideration. So that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for spending time with us. I know you have to get back to an appointment.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Lisa. Always an honor and a pleasure to speak with you.
All right. We'll see you again.
For sure. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And we'll be right back after this.